This piece of Transformers TCG content is brought to you in part by all these content creators and the Facebook community. Go check out the creators' content in the description of this video, as we all continue to grow this fantastic game's content and its community. We hope you all enjoy this new series.
Autobots, roll out!
What up guys, it's Lee here from Bleeped Up Productions, and today we're bringing you something a little bit special. What we're bringing you today is the Deck Tech Challenge. That's right, Mike and me did an episode. It was a pilot episode, and then we threw it out there in the community, and it caught on fire. We got a lot of people hyped to do it, and then we asked people, would you like to be a part of this? And guess what? The floodgates frickin' opened, guys, and it was phenomenal. Within the first day, we had 20 plus people. 20 plus people wanting to do a collaboration on this whole medium that we're doing. And it's fantastic. All we want to do is grow the game of the Transformers TCG, and we've got big channels and we've got small channels all working together here on the YouTube. We've got people who do content on YouTube. We've got podcasters. We've got live streamers. We've got people who run tournaments. We've got people in the community. Guys, this is just ridiculous. This is like the Mortal Kombat of Transformers TCG right now that's going on online. I don't think anyone's done a mega collaboration like this. A lot of the channels do coincide and work together, but I don't think anyone's done like 20 plus at the moment. I think we've just set a new record. But anyway, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to explain the rules right now, and then we're going to get straight into the episode, and we're going to let the challengers throw down here on Bleeped Up Productions.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so the Deck Tech Challenge is very, very simple. It basically is divided into 3 rounds.
Round 1.
And in round 1, what happens as soon as you get your opponent is you nominate 2 characters and 2 battle cards. These cards can be from any particular wave. They can have synergies with the cards, or they can complete jank, or they don't work. And then you go ahead and you go straight into round 2.
Round 2.
Now, round 2 is where you build the deck, and you try and build something that is either amazing or completely janky or something themed. You can choose what you want to do, but the problem is you need to use one of the cards that the other person has given you. You have to choose at least one of the characters and one of the battle cards. You could use both characters, or you could use both battle cards, but you have to at least pick one battle card and one character. And in round 2, you show the deck. You basically discuss it by telling what's in the card and a little bit of synergy, shall we say. And then we move into round 3.
Round 3.
Now, round 3 is where you guys have a battle report. Basically, you will record yourselves having a game using the decks, and it's basically one game, and that is it. But if you can't record your games, no need to worry, because round 3 is a little bit different, because it'll either be a battle report or talking about the deck synergies. Now, I know not everyone can record, so basically this is basically a little bit of information for people who are going to try out this deck, what to look out for. And then we will release the video so the community and us here on Bleeped Up Productions and all the other content creators that are a part of this series can try these decks out and see how it is. And that is as simple as it gets. That is the Deck Tech Challenge. Challenge someone, build a deck, play the game of the TCG.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Jamie, and I run the channel powered by Primus. I'm sure some people have seen it, and today, obviously, we're going to be sitting down and we're going to be playing with this new competition that we got going. both of us had to give each other some character cards and some battle cards that we did have to select, build some decks around, and then get some battling with. So, how's it going today, man?
I'm good, Jamie. How you doing, man? Long time no see. What's going on YouTube? It's your homie S. Dot.
I got too much ink, so you can't really see too much. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
cool. Hey, I see the muscles, man. We good, bro. I see you.
Gotta flex, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I've been excited to do this with you. You know, we haven't gotten to talk for a while, but this is definitely this forces us to talk. Because like, oh look, we're paired for this round. So definitely being able to get this first round in with you would be cool. I think besides playtesting at the prior to the Energon Invitation, we played 2 games on our channels. So
yeah, it's been too long. So
yeah, it's been a hot minute. Yeah. So.
For sure.
Okay, so jumping into the battle cards and characters first and battle cards. I guess we'll just jump right into it.
Yep.
The first characters I gave you was Major Soundwave.
Yes, sir.
Now, Major Soundwave, like I figured, I was always a fan of the Untapped, and we have a lot more tools nowadays. Like Ravage is very strong with his 3-pierce too, and we have more tools in Fusion Bore, and the list goes on and on. But talking about your second character, I gave you also Brainstorm.
Yeah, Brainstorm was the second character.
Yep,
Yeah,
Brainstorm. So now, what do you think about Brainstorm coming into it and his Optimus, his Galaxy Prime-like effect?
Yeah, so I think Brainstorm's got a lot of potential to do some pretty fun stuff, but I know that we specifically talked about we wanted to up the power level of the game a little bit. We wanted to hit a little more of that competitive, so we were both on the same page. We're trying to get some better cards and some better characters out there, some kind of hidden gems, which is what Soundwave was, and then the character that I gave you, I think, got a lot of potential. So yeah. I think Brainstorm's got some really fun stuff. I just don't think he's quite there yet for that last little push. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And for your battle cards, we gave you RR Disruptor Blade, which is a card that's always been a sleeper. It's like mini grenade launcher.
Yeah.
What do you think about grenade launcher? Yeah, Jamie.
Disruptor Blade.
Grenade launcher, the best weapon.
Grenade launcher's broken, so yeah, there you go.
It's probably the best weapon in the game,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So the RR Disruptor Blade I think is really solid. I like it a lot because this deck specifically wants to push a little bit more black battle icons, a little more pierce. So it was an easy addition to put in there, and then it does get to stick around, which is the advantage versus like grenade launcher. You do get that +1, or you get -1 essentially, but it gets to stick around if you flip a black battle icon on attack. So it was a pretty sweet card. And then the other one that you threw at me was Frag Toss. Which I thought was really cool as well. If your opponent has to do 1 damage to their character, and then if you start with all Decepticons, then they have to do 1 additional damage to that character. So it's got some pretty sweet stuff. And it's a white battle icon, so it's easy to throw in there.
Cool, man. Yeah, I figured I was just gonna give you Fusion Bore, but that'd be too easy. And I figured I gave you RR Disruptor Blade and you picked it. Well, then you would still probably just put Fusion Bore in your deck anyway. So I wanted to give one of the black cards that don't get as much love. The way I look at grenade, I keep saying grenade launcher. The way I look at RR Disruptor Blade is it's similar to grenade launcher, and I feel like if you were trying to lean more towards a heavier black kind of deck, you can actually potentially cut grenade launcher and maybe side deck it against aggro decks, so you could have the black icon and have it stick around when you flip for your pierce numbers, things like that. So the redundancy is there, and some decks can potentially play both. You know what I mean? But I think certain decks maybe they'll like RR Disruptor Blade a little bit better. So, and plus, if it does stick around, if you are playing a Titan deck and you're playing cards like Escape Capsule, it will stick, plus fall off to the next character. So that's one little niche situation. So.
Yep, for sure. All right, dig us into what you got for your team lineup.
Man, I'm back in the 2 tall decks. My first coming into the game was Double Prime. It's the first deck I was exposed to. Nemesis Prime and Optimus Prime Battlefield Legend. I'm going back to the good old 2 tall, and but we're 2 tall, but we also had 2 Titan Masters, which technically makes us 4 wide. And these 2 guys seem like they fit very well in terms of what they want to do on the field, and that's heavy direct damage. Of course, you guys know I've talked about it millions of times on my channel. Direct damage is my favorite aspect of this game, so this is amplified with these characters. And so the 2 characters that you gave me were Decepticon Quake. Alpha Triangle. So Alpha Trion, I had to go read again because I'm like, what exactly does he do? Because I know he was his relay. I take it back. I knew what he did, but like his range tag was switched first of all. So like that was like awkward because we're so used to OPVO. So like he actually works better in this format, which is something I want to explore in the future because he works in like we knew he needed to be in a mixed deck before, but now more than ever, mixed decks have been promoted to be potentially good, especially because we have cards like Belligerents and Hostilities. He can play the best of both worlds, so he can flip back to alt mode, grab Belligerents. He can he can be in bot mode attack, and if you put the in hostilities, set the in hostilities from your flips. So he has a lot of utility. I do wish he had more health, of course. I mean, 14 at the time when he came out was okay, but now that proves to not be so good. Now, give him an energy pack and he's respectable, but other than that, he's kind of, on the lower end. And plus, he's an Autobot, so Sky Shadow feeds on that. And
he's munching on him right now.
Battle cards you gave me were heavy-handed. And Turn the Tides. Now, Turn the Tides is the new bombing run, black battle icon from Wave 5 type Master's Attack that I think you have to have equal number of Autobots and Decepticons. You have to have a number of Autobots, and you choose a number of equal Decepticons and move 1 damage from them to each Decepticon. And if they already have one moves in them, they can't have another one, so you have to move 1 to each pretty much. A little weaker on the end of the spectrum. I do wish it was at least blue-black to kind of help if the Autobot deck was going to consider maybe even side decking it against the Decepticon decks, which are going to be the majority, I think, for the beginning of this format. So the card's a little lackluster in that sense. I don't even see it being good like later on down the line. It's just way too specific. And bombing run just makes it a lot easier. So, but then we got a card like Heavy Handed. Now it made me think, it was like, oh man, he didn't give me an orange card to make this a lot easier. I was like, damn it. So I was like, what do I do? But when I look at Heavy Handed, once you look at the battle deck, Heavy Handed comes in as the spot of blues, similar to how cars have starter engines and how tanks have hunker down. And so deck has those like new planes. New planes probably play 3 lock on target because it's a blue, but it's a powerful blue. And every once in a while, it throws your opponent's numbers off and can help you live, etc. You don't play it because it's a blue. You play it because it's a good card. But the math, that does that's relevant.
Let's go! Let's go! Round 2, fight!
Oh, I was 100% on Soundwave as soon as you said the character, so I was really, really excited about it. So my team lineup, I went with Laserbeak. And then a complete curveball. I originally wanted to do a 4-wide, but I ended up going with Fangry and Doomshot as going to be my last end of the setup there.
Okay.
Yep. It's got a lot of synergy within the list, and the thing that really got me was the fact that Doomshot's got Brave at all times, so it gets really protects the wave and really protect Laserbeak. So.
Oh, actually, I guess we still got to actually run through your battle deck as well. So if you want to just go through your 2-ofs or however you want to articulate.
All right. So to make it easy for editing purposes as well as you guys watching, we'll talk about upgrades first. And the first 3 that I got coming in is going to be Fusion Bore. We talked about it already. It's a black battle icon card, gives Pierce 3/3. It falls off at the end of combat. It's just too good of a card right now to really not be playing stuff, especially if you're aiming for Pierce and you're aiming for black. It is just a fantastic card. Super good in this list, just in general. Next 3 got coming in is Field Communicator. Big Man Major Soundwave is a specialist, and this is a white battle icon card. Again, easy to put in. Utility, +1 attack, and then does let me play the top card off of my deck potentially, as long as obviously it's something good, not like a handheld blaster, right? So pretty good.
And that seems to always be the card, the flip off. I swear it's either draw for turn, Field Communicator, handheld. And I see it happen to other players too. It's kind of
Yep, and you've got a lot of experience with Shockwave like myself. You always look at the top of the deck, and it's always a handheld blaster, and you're like, I hate you. Yep, for sure.
Absolutely.
Next two coming in, Energon Axe. It's probably one of the best weapons in the game. Again, I'd probably say it's, top 5 for sure. Top 3 would be arguable. Blue battle icon, +3 attack, Pierce 2. Obviously, we're pushing those Pierce. Next two coming in is Enhanced Power Cell, Wave 5 card, new, fantastic. Black battle icon card. Yep. Utility giving us +3 health, so really helping us keep a lot of characters just alive in general. You're going to see the card all over the place in so many different decks. And the king of the deck, we were talking about, handheld blaster, running 2 of them in the deck. Double blue battle icon. The bold one, I guess, could be relevant in times that you need to push that extra black battle icon if you're in that desperate moment, but usually just for the double blues. 2 Scoundrels blasters. Obviously, we're rocking a bunch of Decepticons, so we obviously want to go with that card. It's a green, so it's fishable, which is super, super nice, giving us +2 attack, Pierce 2. And then the Disruptor Blade we talked about as a 2 of coming in from my last slot. And I think that gives me a total of like 9 weapons.
Let's go!
And before we continue with this deck tech challenge, I just need to butt in because Jamie forgot one of his upgrades, and one of them was Smoke Cloak. He put 3 of these in his deck. Obviously for the blue-black pip, but also it gives you tough 1, so obviously trying to keep other things alive possibly in there, but I'm pretty positive it was just in there for the pips. But it is a very versatile card, so I'm going to be quiet and we'll get straight back into the deck tech challenge.
3, 2, 1.
A little heavy on the weapon side, but I'm trying to make sure that these little dudes get in for some damage.
Right.
And then getting into actions, and going to be probably one of the coolest cards in the deck is going to be Swap Missions. So Soundwave has this really cool ability. When he attacks, you get to untap all other Spy Patrol characters, and then you can play Swap Missions, tap down your Spy Patrol, untap him, get another swing with him, and then untap your little dude yet again. So you can get some fun little tricks. Next two coming in is Belligerence. It's kind of busted, especially in blue. So we're running it. Turns all blues into oranges, all oranges into oranges as well. So it just really helps out on attacks, whether you're going against the blue deck, whether you're pushing blue. Super good stuff. I don't really run 2 Belligerents without running 2 Hostilities. So I got 2 of those in the deck. It does the same thing, except on defense, right? It flips all of those oranges now to blues for both players, so we just get to really pack in that defense, especially against those aggro decks. Who knows what's happening? Another tricky card I got in the list is going to be Headbutt. So this is a pretty cool one. Is a double black battle icon. If you're attacking with a melee, with a Titan Master, little dude at the end, so Doom Shot. And then you can tap down your body mode character, and you can tap down another character that is 10 stars or fewer. I have no idea if that's going to be good, but I said I'm putting it in there. So
yeah, that actually makes me think about something when we get to my deck profile in space, but cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Next two, Security Checkpoint, double blue, can be relevant. Good opener, I guess, if you're trying to get some of those upgrades out of your opponent's hand, so it's just kind of a safe card. Next two, Bigger They Are, because we're running a 5-star and then potentially Doom Shot in that last. I think he's 3-star, so Bigger They Are is just pretty good, gives us that +2. Pierce 4 if we really need to push it into the bigger characters. Next two, Sabotage Armaments. You don't play a blue deck without playing Sabotage Armaments. That's really about it. Next one, coming in, Disassemble. New card with Wave 5, black-green battle icon. So again, pushing the black-green for fishable. Get to scrap any weapon or armor, and then the controller that gets to draw cards. So it's like you can even do it to your opponent, you can do it to yourself. Won't matter. Next one coming as a one of is going to be Counter Espionage. I just think it's a safe card to kind of play to make sure that I don't really have to worry about any tricky secret actions when it comes to certain turns. Plus, it's green, so it's fishable as well. And then with 1 Counter Espionage, I got 1 Espionage. You get to name a color, your opponent reveals their hand, you get to make them scrap a card of that chosen color. So it can be pretty fun, kind of in those pinches, especially when your opponent's about to like throw down a grenade launcher on you. You know, drop that down, try to hurry up. Right. Next one coming as a one of is a Hold the Line. I think this card's pretty nutty. You're going to see it in a lot of stuff. White, green, and then when the defender is going, you get to repair 1, and then you can't take more than the stars of the attacker. So
it feels bad when you're attacking with Kreb or Parsec and you load them up, and then I can only take 1.
Yeah, the thing I've been seeing a lot with that card lately is like a lot of like Sky Shadow Mirrors, and you're about to get your hit into theirs, and then they're like Hold the Line and then finish you off with Ominous.
Yeah.
It is such a bad feeling. Next one in, Stable Cover, black battle icon again. We're pushing them. Does give our defender +1 defense, and then the attacker can't use Pierce. Who knows? Pierce is just super relevant, so it's kind of a safe one of. Next one of Frag Toss, we talked about earlier. Opponent has to deal 1 of their character, and if you start with all Decepticons, they got to do 2.
Let's go!
And then the last one of is Smelt. So blue-green, you get to fish it, and then your opponent has to scrap and upgrade from their characters.
Cool. I like that.
Cool. 41 too. So.
41. Nice, nice. My deck is actually 41 cards too. I couldn't find, again, space is an issue. We were talking about space before we started. Smelt can actually be potentially really good. I like that. I'm after looking. I kind of forgot about that card since Reprocess came out. Not gonna lie. So,
yeah.
It's like getting rid of a utility if they have just like a lone utility out, since it's such a hard card to get to, or hard upgrade to get to. That's interesting.
Yeah. Plus the thing I've been seeing a lot lately, and it's so funny. Like upgrades were pretty good last wave, but it feels like this wave it's so action oriented, so people aren't playing as much upgrades. So you tend to hit better cards with it, where before you were like, oh man, I'm just getting bad upgrades, and now you're kind of hitting those better upgrades for kind of the same card cost, you know?
Yeah, very true. So anyway, jumping into my actual deck list. So we have Decepticon Quake. Again, with the Grax head. Now, what's interesting is once you hear who the other character is, because they're literally just switched. And when I say that, I'm talking about Skull Smasher. We got Skull Smasher.
Nice.
The Chasm Head. So they literally have swapped heads without the stratagem swap heads, which I thought was
That's pretty legit. That's pretty legit.
Right. So like I could have easily just played what was another 3-star head? I guess I really could have put Grax on Skull Smasher and then give Quake Briscoe to lower the star. Was it Briscoe?
Yeah, Briscoe's the 2-star for 3 health.
Yeah, I think it was a 2-star, but then I was gonna have to fill in with 2 stars. So I was thinking about like building the Spotlight and another star card so I can have a million double oranges. But then when I started articulating the deck list, it's just way too many like cards to try to fit in a 40-card deck. So unless it's 45, it's just not gonna happen. so I'm playing a 2-star list, and I'm literally, like I said, both heads are swapped, which is pretty interesting. We have Skull Smasher here, who while attacking the Autobot in his alt mode, he has Pierce 3. And you don't have any Autobots on the team, sounds like, so I won't be getting into that as much. But in his body mode, we do have him as a 5/14/2, and when an enemy that has fewer stars than him becomes tapped, do 1 damage to that enemy. And then when an enemy that has more stars than him becomes tapped, do 1 damage to this. So I put the maximum amount head that we could put on this guy. This guy is a 15. So if you're not Galaxy, or not even Galaxy, if you're not Jetfire or Metroplex or anything like that, he shouldn't be taking the 1. Everybody else should.
Yep.
And then going back to Decepticon Quake, so in his alt mode, which won't matter till the end game, while he's the only character left on the battlefield, he has +2. And in his body mode, which is the fun mode, I played against this deck a couple times with like Fangry and Horrible, and it's not fun.
Yeah, no, it's not.
When I don't even know how to necessarily beat it. I don't even know who the right attacker is. I got to do some more playtesting. But when this or another character's KO, do 1 damage to each other character. So just like his name suggests, Decepticon Earthquake, he does 1 damage to every, which is crazy, and except for himself. And I had to keep reading it over and over because like when I played against one of my friends a couple weeks ago playing this deck, one of my a character would die and he wouldn't take 1 damage on the Quake, and I'm like,
what's happening?
Each
he's
other
safe.
Character, like I just kept missing the other part, and then even when he dies, he does it again. So very insane character. So you can tell the synergy that I'm going with. Every time your opponent taps a character that has lower stars than 15, they're taking a damage. Whenever somebody dies, everybody's taking a damage. So and then when I get to the battle deck, which I'm about to here in a couple seconds, direct damage galore.
Right. Especially with all my tap-in shenanigans, so.
Oh, wow. You know what? I didn't even think about that. So, it's ugly pretty fast, so I don't even know. So, for the battle deck, we have 3 Piece of Tyranny. Not a lot to say about that, except for it's really great with Quake. So, if my opponent's focusing down on the Skull Smasher, Jamie Lee Skull Smasher, no, he did nothing wrong. If he's focusing down on Skull Smasher and he's not dead yet, well, I can Piece through Tyranny, and that'll also trigger the Quake. And so one to everybody, and then Chasm is pretty formidable with 4 attack and 4 defense. So I mean, even if he gets in for a decent attack and borderline kills somebody, or if you kill Chasm, triggers the
damage as well.
Oh, yep. So next up, we have one of the new battle cards, one of the best cards in the set, Magnetic Dysfunction Ray at 3. Orange Black icon deals 1 damage to every Autobot, and then 1 damage to every character, and then 1 damage to each Autobot. So they're 2 separate instances of effects. So Jamie's not playing. Sounds like you're playing Doomshot. So yeah, you're not playing any Decepticon or any Autobot, so you won't be taking more than 1.
Nope.
Yeah. Next up, we have a 3 Precision Fire. Precision Fire is a lot better in this deck. Like, of course, it's good in planes because they can move damage. It's great in Horrible because he amplifies his effect by doing another damage. But in this deck, what's also really cool is by your turn 2, both of your characters will be in body mode. So whether you call bot mode or alt mode, you won't be taking damage. Only your opponent's characters will, which is something
that's super sweet, super sweet.
Yeah. That's something I didn't realize. So like I had them both flipped, and I was like, oh, alt mode.
Right.
I don't take any damage. So
all right,
in body mode for most of the time. So yeah, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
Over here sweating.
Fight for position. Not really much to say about that. New supercharge caters to the orange black that we're going for. So against heavy blue decks, try to of course get in for that Pierce. Next up, we have the card that one of the cards that Jamie picked for me. Of course, I'm not going to play Turn the Tide in here because I'm not playing any Autobots, but I am playing 3 heavy-handed. So heavy-handed is my blue card in the deck that has a lot of merit in this deck. So when you play it, it gets +2 attack to one of your characters and Pierce 4 if it's attacking down on a character. So similar to how Jamie's playing Bigger They Are, when you attack a character that has more stars and gets Pierce 4, my character gets Pierce 4 from attacking down on the character. So the Skull Smasher, if you were playing an Autobot deck, him in alt mode with this card makes him Pierce 7 base.
But.
So, somebody seems like they're probably gonna die. So Pierce 4 is still gonna be nice and relevant. Plus with the black icons in here, it should help scale up a little bit.
Yep.
Next up, we have 2 Came Crash, a card that I wish I could play 3 of, but when I looked at the rest of the cards in the deck, like some draw power, I needed. I couldn't fit more than 2, and plus I'm not playing Horrible, so I didn't think it would be that bad. Plus I have enough direct damage in here to go around, so I think I'll be okay with 2. I think.
Right.
Next up, we have 2 Hold the Line. Now I'm playing 2 Hold the Line because if the game goes how I think in my head, Skull Smasher kills a lot of guys. Quake evens the battlefield out by doing all the 1 damage. You put a lot more pressure on your opponent. If your opponent's playing a 3 or 4 wide deck, they don't have as much time to set up their characters like they would like because the dynamic changes when you have a 2 tall deck or a 1 tall deck like Fortress Maximus. So I figured Hold the Line would be a lot better against decks that are playing multiple Titans because even if I kill the body and then the head comes off, I want to be able to deal with the head and not take an absurd amount of damage unnecessarily from the head. So playing a 2 Hold the Line in here instead of 1 like I normally do on most of my decks. Next up, for draw power, we have 2 Incoming Transmission. And, I'm playing Improvised Shield in here, which we'll get to here in a little while. But when I draw those cards, I really need to try to get those out of my hand as quick as possible, whether it's by a green icon or filtering it out by, obviously drawing 2 or stacking on top of your deck. That good old school wave 1,
right?
Improvised stack piece or whatever play.
Yep.
Next up, we have 1 wedge formation. This wasn't 3 of when I first started the list because it fits in terms of the orange and black, and then obviously the green icon. But Horrible's not in here, and then there's no more than a heal 1, draw 1, which isn't necessarily so bad. But again, with space being an issue, I'm already at 41. This is one of the cards that did make the cut to play more. So.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, on Disassemble. Unfortunately, I don't have anything in here to get rid of utilities. So if utilities prove anything this game, they'll definitely prove to matter a lot more than I would like to admit because I can't get rid of it. So
right.
I don't have a way to unfortunately get rid of it. But I don't know how much that matters when I have a focus on my deck and I'm dealing so much direct damage. So we'll see how that goes. But Disassemble is a great new card. It's black and green, and get rid of a weapon or armor. Hollow Matter Projector, get rid of that pesky Hollow Matter Projector and go from there.
Yep.
And then that's it for the actions. Next up for the upgrades, we have 3 Grenade Launcher. Best card in the game. Best orange weapon in the game. So
whack.
Yeah. Next up, we have 3 RR Disruptive Blade. Now, RR Disruptive Blade, that card I was also telling you about that I'm also playing from my deck, obviously.
Let's go!
And I have a card in here that's going to help with that. We'll talk about that when I get to it. But 3 RR Disruptive Blade, another strong. I think it would be better than Fusion Boar because I'm hoping my characters don't die. Even if you were playing an orange deck, I'm hoping my characters don't die on the first go around. So at least if I have the RR, it'll stay. So then when I stand back up, I'll have it to be able to punch somebody else with it next turn.
For sure.
A 2 up I have in here is a Combat Dagger. Combat Dagger is on color. Gives my guys bold. I think the on color part is more important than anything else. There was no other orange weapon that I wanted to play, and I wanted to also keep the black count up, just in case, again, if I was playing against a blue deck. So, and then last but not least, we do have one green weapon and Scoundrel's Blaster. So, if, worst case scenario, if I could never find another weapon, at least I have the Scoundrel's Blaster guaranteed.
Yep.
And then for our upgrades, for our armors, we have 3 Improvised Shield, and I'm also sporting, I gotta say, the new very cool Wave 5, with the Megatron holding the card. It's pretty cool. Yep. So 3 Improvised Shield, 2 increased durability, and 1 Bashing Shield. So increased durability is very good. It's like energy pack, but of course it's armor, so it's a lot more susceptible to disassemble and Bashing Shield. But when it does stick, it's definitely very good to give your characters more health. So,
yeah, especially with the too tall. So good call.
Yes, exactly. And then last but not least, we have 2 Escape Capsule, another new card for Wave 5 type Master's Attack. And this is why I'm playing RR Disruptor Blade over Fusion Board, because I want to be able to have both of these on my character, and having this and then an RR pop off on Chasm makes Chasm like scary because he's 8 attack for a 4-drop, and you're like, damn,
yeah,
coming in pretty heavy. So
yeah, and
it does get +1 attack in these early slots, so that is nice. And then for our last card in the deck, make it rounded out 41 cards, we have 1 Enhanced Power Cell. The Enhanced Power Cell, like you said, it's a new energy pack, and very hard to get rid of again, without reprocess, which is kind of seeing some awkward play right now. I don't know how good the card is right now. So
right, they have 3 extra health.
Yeah,
and you give them 2 health to get rid of it, so it's like -1. It's weird.
Right. And some decks are okay with that still, but there's some decks like Horrible, which just seems like probably going to be one of the best characters, obviously, of the wave. He's burning you, and then all of a sudden he gives you 2 health back. So it's like, productive. So,
Yep.
Okay, so without further ado, I think we're good to go to actually get into our game. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
Okay, all right, man. Let's do it.
Let's go! Round 3, fight.
All right, like I said, I'm gonna choose to go first.
Whenever you're ready.
Let's do it. All right, let's flip Laserbeak and let's send Fangry into Skull Smasher.
Oh, 1.
And then 1, 2. So we're in for 4, Pierce 3. Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
Take 3 then.
What am I gonna do? Actually, gonna get nothing.
Okay.
And then it is your go.
All right. Rough turn. I don't even know if that's right or not, but we're gonna go ahead and flip here.
Yup.
And all right, we're gonna play our Disruptive Blade here on Skull Smasher.
Yep.
We're still gonna send him in with 10 into the Fangry. 10 Pierce 1.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
All right, it's on you.
I'm gonna get rid of. What am I gonna get rid of here, man? So awkward. Let's get rid of staple cover for Scoundrel's Blaster.
Copy that.
All right, draw. Huh. All right. Ooh, you got Quake next, man. It's crazy. Let's go Scoundrels.
Yes, sir.
And then let's go Secret Action. And let's send Laserbeak into Skull Smasher.
Alrighty.
We're in for 4.
Take 2. Puts me at 5.
Do we want?
Whenever you're ready. Whenever you can, take the 1 from Quake.
Oh yeah. Bam. Do I want the smelt? No. All right, you go.
Turn. Flip Quake. Set a Secret Action. Play Combat Dagger, and tap to declare an attack on Finger.
We got a Sabotaged.
Okay. And flipping and attacking for 6 Pierce 2.
I've got 4, so we're taking Pierce 2.
I'm gonna trade Improvised Shield for Disassemble.
Okay. I think I'm in the. I get rid of Headbutt, and I'm gonna pick up Disassemble myself.
Okay.
All right, drop. So we're gonna flip Soundwave, we get to swing and then swing. Can we get rid of your Skull Smasher? He's got what, 9, 10, 11 with the 2 defense? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, man, I might be 1 off. How rude is that? Alright, well, let's
Soundwave has 6 base stack, right?
Soundwave does have 6 base,
okay.
Yeah. Alright, so if we're gonna be 1 off, actually. Oof. Let's get rid of Scoundrels for Energon X.
Okay.
And then let's Frag Toss. So you choose one of your characters and you'll deal 2 to it because I have all Decepticons.
I'm revealing my hand to you.
Oh, don't do that.
I'll put the 2 on the Quake then.
Okay. All right, we're gonna send Soundwave in to Skull Smasher. I get to untap and then take 1.
Yep. Got a 2.
We have 7.
Okay, take 5 or take 5. Put me at 10.
Yep. Put those to the side, and then Laserbeak will get in, take another 1.
All right,
and then
hold the line on that one. Heal down to 9, and
earn for 5, Pierce 4.
Okay, 2, so I take 4, so it puts me at 13.
Yep.
13. All right.
And the untap.
Third.
Your go.
Interesting turn. That Doom Shot is proved to be very solid.
It's pretty annoying, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that setup. Like how Laserbeak can just like do his untapped more than he doesn't die. You know.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest issues I had with running Major Soundwave in the earlier waves was that everyone knew Laserbeak was the most important character, so they would just always target him down. And yeah, the Doom Shot is just a permanent brave, so like I don't have to worry about playing an upgrade or whatever, you know.
No, that's very good. Very good. I like it. Let's see how hard I want to go. So you have 3 health left. You might have 3, maybe 4 defense, but I should definitely get there with 10.
10 ain't bad, that's for sure.
But I'm wondering, do I even want to send him in though? That's the thing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get as much out of the Quake as I can here. May or may not be wrong, but we're going to fight for position. The Quake.
Nice.
Send Quake into Fingers. So 1, 2, bold 2, and 2 for white. We have 7 Pierce 2.
I've got 3, take 4, which is enough.
Okay.
Yeah, Doom Shot out. And then we would take the 1, right? You're in that right mode, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. Sorry. Yep.
Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure he was in the right mode.
Yep. And that does something that I actually just didn't realize actually.
Oh snap!
It's so wild.
So weird, yeah.
That is actually wild. I did not realize that until just now. So
that's 2 characters that have been taken out.
Right.
Like, just
so everybody will take 1 again then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I'm going to trade after all that, Jazz. Trade Peaceful Tyranny for Scoundrel Blaster, and it's on you.
All right, we draw a card. Oh, I know what I want to do so bad. All right, we're gonna try it because we're playtesting. We're gonna have some fun.
Okay.
All right. Let's flip Soundwave.
Gives your guy +1 defense now, right?
Gives him +1 defense, and then I'm actually gonna send Laserbeak into Quake.
Right. Okay. I've got 3 defense.
We have 5 Pierce 5.
Puts me at 7.
And then it is your go.
All right. Draw. Play incoming transmission. Draw 2.
Yup.
Like that on top. Play a Scoundrel's Blaster here.
Nice.
Let's go Chasm into the beak.
Let's do it.
For 8 Pierce 2. 8 Pierce 2.
8, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4. He lives with 1.
Nice.
Oh, all right, okay. We get to do some spice now. All right, let's get rid of handheld for Scoundrels.
Yep.
All right. Drop. Let's go. I guess if Quake's gone, that ability. I guess that ability still does trigger even if he goes down.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so we just got to be a little weird about our system here. Let's go swap missions. I'm going to tap down Doom Shot to untap Laserbeak.
Nice.
Let's go Enhanced Power Cell onto Laserbeak for +3. And then we want to flip Soundwave. All right, what do we do here? Because we got to stack this all correctly. So Quake has 14 health and 7 damage, so he still has 7 left.
13. So he has 6 left.
Oh, he's got 6 left. Okay.
Yep.
So if we swing, he might go down. Oof. All right. Yep. Let's go Laserbeak into Quake.
Okay. Got 2.
We got 2, 5, 6, Pierce 2, 4, 6.
Wow.
And then that's 1, 1, 1. We put those there. Let's go Soundwave. Oh, you get to go.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
It's all good. That's actually pretty good, though, how that's set up, because Soundwave just untaps your guy again, so.
Yeah. And then I still have Doom Shot, so you still have to swing Doom Shot.
Yeah, yep. Definitely. That's pretty good.
I'm going to pre-shuffle because I only have 1 card left in my deck, so. Like, impossible to, like, shuffle, like, on camera where it's not weird.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, when it comes to a tournament, I'm kind of a little worried about that in terms of players being a little sneaky, you know?
Oh, for sure. I mean, like, off camera, like, you know, if someone's hand's not currently, like, always on camera with, like, a number or something, you have no idea, you know what I mean? Like, that stuff's pretty scary.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go Grax into Doom Shot, then.
Yup.
For 7 Pierce 1.
0 defense across the board. All right. Let's draw. Let's go Secret Action, Scoundrel's Blaster, and Rex has 5 health, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Laserbeak will definitely... Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's go Soundwave into Grax, which will untap Laserbeak. We're in for 8 Pierce 1.
Yeah,
all right. And then Laserbeak to maybe finish it going into Chasm.
That's actually pretty dope how this game is ending. I gotta say.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. All right,
that's pretty cool how this ended up working out. Yep. Cool, man. Well, once again, great games. That was very interesting to see these games play out. Now, I gotta say, post this deck tech challenge, I would like to definitely challenge you in the future to updated versions of these decks and get this in again, because this was fun.
Oh, 100%. I'm in.
Cool, man. Absolutely. All right, Jamie. Well, again, thanks, Lee, for having us for this deck tech challenge. And thanks again, guys. Jamie, thanks again for playing with these games with me. And I look forward to playing more games with everybody else in the future. And it's been an honor and fun, and I can't wait to do more.
100%.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Take care.
Later.